welcome in. We are back with another career tiny home in the Sims 4. Sims 4 career tiny home. You know the drill. We are creating a tiny home that is centered around a career. We have been going through the A, B, C's, getting here. We are now in the F's, and it's time for the fisherman career. So here's the deal. The fisherman career comes with island living. It is a part-time job, and it only has 3 different levels of promotion. So pretty basic. The only skill you're going to need is fishing. Easy peasy. So really, when it came to obviously not needing a bunch of skills, I decided to just have a little more fun with this one. I do keep it in the 64 tile house. You're still going to get all the really great perks like faster skill building, feeling comfortable all the time, decreased bills, but it's a little bit bigger than that micro home, so you have a little more space. Now, this one feels a little bit like a micro home because the idea behind this build was that there'd be a lot of docking space and a lot of openness to this build. What I've done is I created a main house, if you will, that has your kitchen, a little sitting area, bathroom. Then you walk outside and you're immediately on a platform over the water. Walking out, there ends up being a little seating area. And then at the end of the dock is your bedroom, which I created this entirely open room that is your bedroom. Now, hear me out. Obviously, I know that it's not realistic, but in The Sims, it's perfect. Don't worry about it. In real life, you wouldn't want to be out in the open to sleep, 365 days of the year. There are thunderstorms, rain, all that jazz. But in The Sims, it's fine. Your Sim technically has a roof over their head, so rain will never affect them that way. I just love how open the bedroom is. I think it's so pretty. I mean, if you're living on the water, wouldn't you want to wake up with ocean air just coming in, that beautiful breeze? It sounds lovely to me. This would be kind of like a dream vacation home. You know what I mean? It'd be so much fun to come here and have a little vacation. There's not a whole lot of room for much. You really couldn't bring family. There's no place for them to sleep. You, one other person, that's kind of it. But it would still be a really fun little getaway. While there's not much room, there's also not a whole lot to do in this house because it's so tiny, and I prioritized having a giant bedroom out on the water. There's not a whole lot of fun to be had. You're going to have a little bookcase, like a little tabletop bookcase. But beyond that, go outside and enjoy the water because that's it. I didn't put a lot of stuff for your Sim to do. It really is just a cute little house that your Sim can go to work, make money, and add on to later. I mean, if you so will it. The thing is, behind these houses, the idea is that a tiny home is going to help you build skill faster and be a generally happier Sim while you're pushing through your career. Because the fisherman career is not super complex and detailed, you really could get away with not having a tiny home or even going to the 100 tier tiny home and add on, give yourself a second bedroom, a painting room, I don't know, whatever your heart desires. But this build really just gets the things laid out so you can start out making money and growing your skill with what you're doing. I did keep this build pack friendly. We are using Jungle Adventure, For Rent, Love Struck, and one that escapes me right now. Hold on. Island Living. Oh my gosh. We're obviously using Island Living as we sit here in the Island Living world, making a career home for an Island Living career. So, Jungle Adventure, Island Living, Love Struck, For Rent, right? and base game. I definitely just wanted to keep it a little easier, more obtainable, and I thought that the styles really meshed well together. I created this little sitting area, which is where you're going to have your little bookcase, and used the island living ottoman and then a love struck chair. And I thought they coordinated really well together. Then I come in with this for rent vanity, and it ends up being the perfect piece. It doesn't take up a whole lot of space, but it allows me a tabletop area so I can alt place some books. Now, I know this trick is out there, but here's the thing. Sometimes you need a reminder that if you're trying to alt place something and you don't want it floating, it's really great to get this little white towel rack, put it to the level, and slide over whatever your object is, and everything is perfect, not floating, a perfect little area for whatever you're doing. It helps create a perfect little decorative area where nothing is floating. For some sort of curtain in the bathroom, I went ahead and used these for rent curtains and then just took the extra piece, that wooden piece that goes at the top, and alt placed them so it stretches across the ceiling, makes it look like it's a full curtain that you can close for your privacy in this little tiny bathroom. And then something weird happened and I didn't have a roof on that spot, and I never got a roof on that spot. I just pulled my roof over. It was super weird. I kept trying to rebuild it and it was glitching. You know, sometimes it'd be like that. I used some Jungle Adventure windows, tried to keep it open. But what's really great is that the Jungle Adventure windows, the for rent windows, and even Island Living all come in this really beigey wood color. So pretty, and really was the vibe I was going for at this moment. Obviously, things change. Sometimes you put a wallpaper up and it's really just a placeholder for what's to come. And that's what happened with the wallpaper out here. It is going to change up a little bit, but the house was very bland and needed some color. So we're going to change it up in a little. I thought it'd be so fun to have this little boat out here. You've got this great big dock. Makes sense to me that you would have your own boat to go out on the water and go fish. So we're creating our little seating area outside. I wanted you to be able to make your breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever, bring it outside and sit on the water and eat. It literally sounds so good. So we're using some Island Living chairs, and I do end up changing the table and getting a base game outside table that has an umbrella on it. Seemed fitting that you would have a little bit of shade over you if you're coming out here to sit and eat. Also put the little Jungle Adventure bench out here because I just think it's really cute. Adds a little extra seating because there's not a whole lot in this house. I love the new Love Struck plants. They're super cute. So we had to use them, of course. I will say this house is not play tested yet, but before it gets on the gallery, by the time you're seeing this, it should be on the gallery, play tested, ready for you and your Fisherman sim. I made the decision to do something up top. So what I did to create this little room up here that's not actually classified as a room is I used half walls, and I created my half walls, left a space open, built my half wall on the ground and brought it up and moved it into place. And the game doesn't register as a room, which I think is great because I don't really consider this a room. Obviously, you're not living in it. You know what I mean? I thought it was a great little space to create a relaxation station. Someone help me. A little relaxing area for your sim, their partner, to go up, friend, whatever, go up and enjoy the view, lay out, get a tan, make sure you use your SPF because that sun is brutal. I'm in Texas. I know how brutal it is. I have to say the whole bedroom area and the little relaxation station area, whatever, is probably my favorite part of the whole house. I think it's so beautiful. I also love that I was able to use the Love Struck beaded curtains in the bedroom. I think they're so pretty and it was their time to shine. Now we kind of darkened things up just a little bit. I think it looks really good. We've added this really pretty washed out teal blue wallpaper from Island Living, and it helps to give some greater contrast to everything. It's not so beige and bland. It's very pretty and almost feels like shack-like. So my dilemma here was the fact that the railing that I have on the dock isn't a railing we have for staircases. And I found that kind of frustrating because I wanted it to match and stay cohesive. So I decided to change it up a little bit. We're still using Island Living, but we're using the really pretty railing that has that nice little diamond pattern in it. And the pop of orange against the teal blue is so pretty. They're complementary colors. They're looking great together. And what's even better is it has that cherry wood color in it as well. So it matches the door, it brings in the roof. It all works really well. Also, the game, glitched, and alas, I lost my lamp and bookcase. So we are all placing them again, getting them back, and adding an extra plant because I can't help myself. So originally I was going to use the Jungle Adventure tile wallpaper, but I decided to go ahead and use the Lovestruck new paneled tile. I thought it was really pretty. I just had to change up my window a little bit so that way they didn't glitch together. I created this really pretty gallery wall with just a couple of different things from For Rent and Lovestruck, sized down, all placed. I think it's super cute and adds a little bit of wall clutter without being too much. So I've gone ahead and changed that wallpaper, and I'm trying to decide now what window is going to work best so that I can use these backsplashes without it glitching, but still giving the full effect. And this For Rent window ended up being perfect, blended in pretty seamlessly. I have to say, I really like it. Also have the little wall decoration, which is a plant. It's a pothos, which I have one. They're super easy, nice beginner plants. I'm confused at why it's a wall decoration and not a plant, but what else? Now, some clutter in the bedroom. I love this bedroom so very much. I did go ahead and put a radio in here. I forgot about that. A little music, if you will, so your sim can dance and continue enjoying life on the beach. And just added some basic clutter. Maybe the sim loves to read, so that's why it's like their only thing that they do. So we put some stacks of books around, a little journal. I think this bedroom is super cozy. Literally love it. I don't even know what else to say. It's just so pretty. And then you've got your dresser at the edge of the bed, which I think was really nice. You need a dresser in there. I all placed it a little bit so that it almost looks like it's a part of the bed, even though it's not. Then for landscaping, I love this cute tile Lovestruck picnic table. It's so pretty. The blue and the orange work really well with the house. So of course we went with it. And then just added a couple things that I thought your Sims might like. Landscaping, I just tried to bring in that lush overgrown fill that is across the way. When you look out, you see all this really lush greenery. Super simple, super easy, but makes a really nice impact. Terrain paint is super easy, super simple, just like the landscaping. I don't want a ton. I just want to kind of darken up a little bit with this desert terrain paint, give it some texture and definition without going overboard, because you really don't need a whole lot when you're in these ocean lots. But that's basically it. So I say it's time to get in here and jump into these screenshots and take a look at the Fisherman home. If you like this build, it will be play tested on the gallery, ready for you and your Sims to get to business and get to work, My EA ID is katxthrash, just like the name here on YouTube. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Definitely keep coming back for more. We are moving on and we are out of the Fs. Honestly, I'm a little unprepared. I don't know what comes next, but we are moving along in these career homes. They're fantastic and so much fun. And they have so much personality. I love it. I'm having a ball. I hope you're loving it too. I hope you have a great night wherever you are. Bye, y'all.